Parker Brewer, Hayden Blight, Josh Murray, Jackson Kuiper, Chandler Guthrie, Logan Taylor, and Gage Petrovich. Coaches are Travis Price, Drew Coleman, Sean Spivey, and Scott Taylor. For Arkansas, we have Hudson Wilhite, Shannon Moore, Ethan Ramsey, Colton Curtis, Braden Murphy, Ethan Mulvaney, Brody Hawkins, Cole Scythia, Tanner Simmons, Austin Rigsby, Weston Leonard, and TJ Young. Coaches are Brent Wilhite, David Moore, Jeremy Scythia, and James Mulvaney. Umpires, the field is yours.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back here to Cleveland, Mississippi, home of this week's AA Coach Pitch World Series for Dixie Youth Baseball. In a game that now breaks down like this. Since both these teams have a loss, now you're playing to see if you can move on to be the runner-up in your bracket. With Tennessee beating Georgia, they went 2-0 in their bracket today. Georgia losing their first game. Now it's South Carolina and Arkansas. South Carolina played earlier. They lost 2-1 to Mississippi. Arkansas lost 7-5 to Mississippi. So the two will battle it out to see who gets the opportunity to represent in Pool 2 as the runner-up. Pool 2 runner-up will play Tennessee tomorrow at 4 o'clock on this field. Strobel will come to the plate first. South Carolina, the visiting team. Arkansas, the home team. Strobel, Coleman, Spivey due up here to start the top of the first. I'm Chuck Sebastian. Glad to have you along with JockJive.com. Phone number is listed there in the screen at the top for text only. If you'd like to do a shout out for either team, any of the players, coaches, whatever you'd like to do, don't forget to let us know where you're watching and listening as Strobel swings and misses there. South Carolina coach, he threw a 4-hitter and gave up 1 run against his team the first time. Hoping to do better this time. Ground ball that's going to get through. Down the third base line for a base hit. Strobel around the bag and hold. And they'll start off with a single. So maybe things looking a little better now for the South Carolina team. Here's Coleman now coming to the plate. It's got to be a tough feeling as a coach, and you're trying to pitch to let these kids hit the ball, and they only get 4 hits against you and get only 1 run and lose the ball game. Swung on and fouled off. But like I said, of all the coaches that are out there throwing in the coach pitch, he seems to have a little more velocity on his pitches than the other coaches do. Ground ball to third. They'll flip it to second for the 1. They'll get the force. Four on the fielder's choice. 1 down. Here's Spivey now at the plate from the left side. Again, now there is a consolation round tomorrow at 1 and 5:30 between the teams that finish third in their pool. So the losers here in our last 2 games tomorrow night will have opportunities to play tomorrow at 1 and 5:30. Not sure if we're going to have those games for you or not. We'll let you know, though. First shout out is going, let's go South Carolina boys. I love my number 1, Josh Murray's mom. Thank you, Josh's mom, for watching and listening and checking things out. We appreciate you. Swing and a miss by Spivey, and he'll go down on strikes. And the coach
Batting for South Carolina.
a little
number 5,
frustrated
Brett
with that
Howard.
one. Like I said, it's got to be tough to do because you pitch to the kids and you've pitched to them in practice. I don't know how many times you expect them to hit this. One hopper to the mound, throw over to first in time for the out, and quickly they're done. They went 1, 2, 3, 4 basically in the inning. Strand that runner. Will go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Arkansas will be due up to the plate. One of the things we'd like to remind you about is to make sure that you give us a like on our Facebook page. We encourage you to do that. That way we can keep you up to date with all the scores and the schedules. Also, if there's any delays or weather warnings or anything of that nature. And it'll also keep you up to date with all the stuff that JockJive does. Not only the AA World Series, but next week we'll be in Oxford for the AAA, the Majors, and the Ozone World Series. So you can catch us there. You are very welcome, Josh Murray's mother, that you are able to watch the game. We're glad you're tuned in, and that's the reason why we do things like this, for those people who may be unable to make it to Mississippi to watch. Uncle Kevin is watching Strobel. Good luck, South Carolina boys. So, again, a lot of folks chiming in from South Carolina. That would have been a pretty good haul to get here, so I understand exactly what you're talking about. Shout out to South Carolina and Josh Murray from the Creightons in Lexington. Thank you, JockJive. Well, you're kindly welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it immensely. I myself live in Morristown, Tennessee, so it was about a 9-hour ride to get here to Mississippi and bring you these games, but I travel all over the country with JockJive to do these things. So nothing new to traveling and nothing unusual. And like I said, really enjoy doing what I do, and I've been doing it personally now for over 25 plus years as a sports broadcaster. For those of you that just tuned in, I'm Chuck Sebastian. Glad to be here. Like I said, I've had the privilege to be in Lexington, South Carolina when they hosted the Dixie Youth World Series for Ozone, Majors, and AAA. Thought it was fantastic.
Batting first for Arkansas, number 7, Hudson Wilhite.
Been to Arkansas for a few things, including the Division II Women's College Basketball Championships this past fall. At the plate is Wilhite, second baseman from the right side for Arkansas, as they will now try to find a way to plate some runs here and get things going. Again, Arkansas scoring 5 against Mississippi, and 2 of those runs came late in the game in the 6th, and they actually had an opportunity to win that game, but they got a little greedy on trying to get another run across, and they slid into home as the 3rd out, and that was the end of the ball game. Wilhite will foul that one off. So both teams have the capability. It's just a matter of which one wants it more, so to speak. Shout out goes South Carolina. We are proud of you from your FIA Lexington ladies. Wilhite hanging in there, fouling balls off and doing a good job, trying to be the leadoff man. Popped up right side and out of play into the stands. That's what you want to do, is get your leadoff guy on, get him on base. He'll choke up on the bat and get set. Cracks that one towards short. Throw over to first in time for the outs. 1 up, 1 away. We'll bring up Moore, the shortstop.
Now batting number 24, Shannon Moore.
Hear that wind picking up a little bit out there. Wind's blowing 10, 15 mile an hour from left field. It had been all day. There's a ground ball to third. Oh, that's a tweener. right between the legs of the third baseman. Bowers doesn't get the glove down all the way, and that'll put a runner at first on the air.
Now batting for Arkansas, number 2, Ethan Ramsey.
So the E5 puts a runner aboard, and it brings up Ethan Ramsey, the right fielder. So Arkansas with a runner aboard. Let's see if they can move him around. Hard shot this time, gloved nicely at third, and then he threw it past his second baseman. Into right field it goes, no extra advancement. They'll go back to first. Now the runner between second and third. Here comes the throw to third, not there. Back down to second. The shortstop will put the tag on, got him. Runner at third being chased back. So Ramsey gets the single. Actually, another error, and a throwing error actually got it on, but then he's out, or he goes down to second. Moore is the second out on the pickoff play.
Now batting for Arkansas, number 30, Colton Curtis.
So 2 down, runner at third. Swung on, popped up right side. Nobody will get there in time. Colton Curtis at the plate. First opportunity for Arkansas to try to bring a runner home. So they've got a runner down at third. Swung on, popped up, right center field, coming in, making the catch. That'll retire the side. They'll strand a runner as well. We've completed one. No score right here on JockJive.com.
Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Show no score here in this game. A very important one for both teams is you either make it to the championship bracket or you go to the consolation brackets. South Carolina will send Price, Brewer, and Blight to the plate. Price, the left fielder, will bat from the left side as well. Hops it up towards third base, back it up, and making the catch. Out number one. Brewer now will come to the plate, the catcher.
Now batting for South Carolina, number 7, John Parker Brewer.
Swing and a miss. Shout out, thank you, JockJive. I am Brett Bowers Poppy in Aloha, Oregon, watching my grandson play. Go Lexington, Tony Coakley. Well, thanks. Appreciate that. Glad you could join us via the net, and glad you're enjoying the game. Oregon, gorgeous state. Lived in Coos Bay and also in the middle of the state for a little while. Wide shot to second base on the ground. Picked up, scooped up, throw over to first in time for the out. Corvallis, Oregon.
Now batting for South Carolina,
So,
number 5,
yeah, I've
Hayden
traveled
White.
quite a bit. Like I said, 27 years as sportscaster, but 25 of that is radio. And it took me all over the United States. And the last 4.5 years now at JockJive. Grounded, or popped into left center field on the one hopper is Blight, and then he kind of trips there at first base. So we'll get on with the single, and with 2 outs,
Now batting for
South Carolina has a base runner. Here is Josh Murray now to the plate, his first opportunity. Swings, ground ball to third. Ooh, up off the chest, flipped over the top again of the short second baseman who was covering, but boy, that was a really bad hop on the third baseman. He should have maybe just ate that one and held on, but tries to make a play and overthrows at second, allowing the runner to go to third. So runners now on the corner with 2 outs. And here's Kuiper to the plate. So South Carolina threatens here with runners on the corners. Ground ball past the mound. Shortstop will tag the bag for the final out. And that'll end the threat. Again, unassisted to the shortstop. Third out of the inning. Had 2 runners aboard. Can't plate them. Go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Arkansas will come to the plate next right here on JockJive.com.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the second inning, and a shout out from James and Barb Thompson from the Lexington-Dixie Baseball Board. Thank you very much for that text. I apologize. I had the final clicked instead of innings. So we're back. Bottom of the second, ground ball to second. Bobbled there at second. No opportunity. Guthrie gets on with the error by the second baseman. So Arkansas puts their first runner aboard here in the bottom of the second, and we'll try to make some noise. Right fielder Taylor swings hard. Grounder to short. Flip to second for the force. They'll get the 1.
Now batting for Arkansas. Number 35, Brody Hawkins.
Oh, Chuck, wrong lineup. Sorry. Okay, if you folks are confused, so am I. I'll flip the scorebook over. All right, Murray. And then Mulvaney. Now it's Hawkins. So Murphy got on by the air. And he's the first out. Mulvaney on the fielder's choice. Now Hawkins at the plate. 1 out. 1 runner aboard. Still no score. Popped up. Left center field. Moving in and will come over and make the catch. Second out of the inning.
Now batting for Arkansas, number 21, Cole Sivia.
Sivia comes to the plate. 2 out, runner at first. Still no score. Oh. Coach says, yeah, good cut, good swing. Popped it straight up. Pitcher and the first baseman. Oh! Just about a collision there, and thankfully nobody gets hurt. And I believe the first baseman ends up with that baseball in his glove for the 3rd out. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4 again. We're going top of 3 still. No score by either squad. Again, the nice thing about it, and for those of you that are watching online, like your own personal DVD of any of the games that we broadcast during this year's Dixie Youth Baseball AA World Series, you can simply email us, info@jockjive.com. We'll get the process started. DVDs are $10 per game, plus shipping and handling. That's info, I-N-F-O, at jockjive.com. Tell us the game that you would like a copy of on DVD, 2 teams, the date if you got it, whatever the case may be. Just give us enough information that we can get the right DVD to you. Don't forget, after today's game is over, you can watch the action again at jockjive.com. Go to the same spot that you logged on to watch live coverage, and then watch it in the archives. And like I said, if you'd like a DVD for personal copy, personal use, as a keepsake, as a gift, whatever the case may be, just email us at info@jockjive.com. Now we'll go Guthrie, Taylor, Petrovich for South Carolina here in the top of the 3rd inning. Swung on and fouled off on the first pitch for Guthrie.
Batting for South Carolina, number 8, Chandler Guthrie.
So Chandler trying to find a way to get himself on and get started. Line shot right into the third baseman's glove. Standing right there and didn't even have to move. 1 up, 1 away. We'll bring up Taylor.
Now batting number 4, Logan Taylor.
Fouls this off. Whoa, look out. Kind of a golf swing there, but got it over the fence, and then it's lookout stands on the other side. And again, got a piece and fouled it back, and he's got a quick 0-2 count on him. Coach has got to be careful. He doesn't want to strike him out. Right through the middle, and a base hit, and a nice piece of hitting there by Taylor.
Now batting for South Carolina, number 13, Gage Petrovich.
So here's Petrovich with a runner aboard and 1 down. From the left side, Petrovich comes in. Umpire holds up the time to allow Strobel to come over to the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss from Petrovich on the inside corner. Boy, if it wouldn't have been for that wind today, it would have really been very, very miserable out there during the early morning, early afternoon games. Checks the swing, strike 2 called. We had temperatures in the triple digits. It feels like temperatures today, but since then it has dropped down a little bit. Temperatures still in the mid-80s. And fouled off again. Petrovich hangs in there. But with that wind, like I say, whipping at 10, 15 mile an hour or better, it's kind of helped keep things somewhat comfortable. Popped up into right field, blowing around, and the right center fielder lost it, and it'll drop in. Rounding second, they're hurrying him, trying to get him to get there to third, and he will. Taylor will get down to third, and Petrovich on with a single.
Now batting for South Carolina, number 3.
But they were trying to get the legs of the little guy Taylor to get going. You could see the coach waving him, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Here's Strobel now at the plate. He had a single his first time up. Then got caught in a fielder's choice. Swings at this one, pops it up right side. It'll go foul just in front of the first base bag. And the coach at first making sure that Petrovich knows, hey, be careful. You know, on a fly ball, you only want to go halfway. You don't want to get doubled up coming off the bag too early. And he was headed for second very quickly. Line shot into the left field. That'll send him to second. Bobbled by the left fielder, but he'll hold there at second. So it'll be a base hit for Strobel and an RBI. First and second now in the first run of the game scored by South Carolina. Timeout being called on Coach for Arkansas coming out to talk to his team. Don't want to get him behind in this game. He knows what's at stake here. Single, 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 and a run scored. 2 runners aboard, only 1 out. Coleman at the plate. So the Arkansas coach calls timeout. Otherwise, you play in the in the consolation bracket tomorrow with a loss. You still have the chance to play 2 games if you win and move on to the consolation game at 5:30. Down low. So here's Coleman's opportunity to give South Carolina some runs on the scoreboard in addition to the one they already have. Right back through the middle. The coach leaps up, does the banana splits, and that ball gets through. Now they're going to send the runners. It's out in the outfield, and by the time they get it back into the infield, it took them forever. Run scores. So Petrovic comes home. Strobel is down at second. Single and an RBI for Coleman.
For South Carolina, number 12, Christian Spivey.
And now a 2-0 lead, and still runners aboard, first and second for Spivey, who struck out his first time. Off the end of the bat, into left field it goes for a base hit, rounding third and wheeling. Another RBI, and boy, South Carolina starting to put the back-to-back singles together and starting to plate some runs. It is now a 3-0 ball game, first and second. Still only 1 out. 5 singles in a row. Here's Bowers. Swings and got a piece, fouled it off. South Carolina now with a 3-0 lead here in the third. See the wind blowing those flags really well. You can see it on the uniforms too on some of these kids. Oh, ball that gets by the third baseman down the line. Racing around third and headed for a home will be Coleman. He'll score. 6 singles in a row for South Carolina and a 4-0 lead. And Price now at the plate from the left side. Time being called, and they made a change there in the inning. I'm not sure exactly why. So he comes off the field. Ground ball to the first baseman. He'll tag the bag for 1 out. Everybody will move up.
Now batting number 7, John Parker Brewer.
Out number 2, unassisted to first. Second and third, 2 down. And Brewer now to the plate. Lays one to left field up in the air and stays up a little too long for the fly out for the 3rd out. But they pick up 4. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 4-0 lead, South Carolina over Arkansas. Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on his set.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
hits a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the third inning, and a 4-0 lead now for South Carolina.
Now batting for Arkansas is number 20, Tanner Simmons.
Tanner Simmons will come to the plate here in the bottom of the third, and Arkansas now needs some base runners. Simmons, Rigsby, and Leonard due up. Not sure if the young man was pulled because he didn't feel well or if he was hurt or what happened, but being told off air here that you are not allowed to pull somebody out if it was for a mistake or anything of that nature, so not sure. Swing and a miss by Simmons, so hopefully it was, not hoping that the kid is sick or injured, but hopefully that was the reason why he did come off the field, not because of the air. Swung on into right field on the hop. Base hit to start things off for Simmons.
Now batting for Arkansas, number 16, Austin Rigsby.
Austin Rigsby will come to the plate now. Hopped up, and this will drop into right center field. And right center fielder quickly to second base to get the force. So it'll go 8-4 in your book for the out.
Batting for Arkansas, number 22, Weston Leonard.
Leonard now. Ground ball, slow roller pitcher. Takes the route to first and gets that one. They'll allow the runner to go to second. For 2 down.
Batting for Arkansas, number 3, DJ Young.
Here's DJ Young's first opportunity at the plate. Arkansas with the runner at second, down 4-0. Up top. Ground ball, will it get through the hole? It does. Bounces over to second. Oh, and over the right fielder's glove, and all the way to the fence it goes. Here comes Arkansas's first opportunity for a run. And down on third and standing there with a triple. Nobody touched it. That's a clean triple all the way around for that young man. So DJ Young with a triple and the RBI. The right fielder missed it. That didn't touch the glove or anything, so it's clean.
For Arkansas, number 7, Hudson Wilhite.
And it's a 4-1 game. Here's Wilhite now at the plate. To second base, flipped over to first for the outs. So they do get one out of it on the triple by Young, and it's a 4-1 ball game. After 3, we're going to the top of the 4th. South Carolina coming to the plate. They will send Blight, Murray, and Kuiper. And a shout-out, thanks, JockJive, for broadcasting the game. I enjoy watching Brett Bowers play from Tempe, Arizona. Uncle Nick. Well, Uncle Nick, thank you kindly for tuning in. We appreciate that. Don't forget, folks, we would really appreciate, though, if you would go to our Facebook page and log on. Make sure you click the like button. That's the first thing you do. We'll become friends. Then make sure you give us a follow. That way you can keep up to date with all the action on JockJive.com. We've got this Dixie Youth AA World Series coach pitch and machine pitch going on this week. We'll also be doing the Dixie Majors and Pre-Majors games. I'll be headed for Gunnersville, excuse me, on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Batting for South Carolina, number 5, Caden Blight.
We'll be bringing you the semis and the finals from Gunnersville for pre-majors. Robert Williamson will be headed to Monroe, Louisiana to bring you the majors, semifinals, and finals. And then starting August 5th, we'll bring you the Dixie Youth World Series, AAA, Ozone, and majors from Oxford, Alabama. All of that coming up this next couple of weeks on JockJive. So make sure you tune in, and then we'll get ready for Georgia military football, the SWAC, high school football, the Great American Rivalries. We got a lot coming up this fall. Volleyball, soccer, and a whole lot more. So make sure you tune in. And if you know somebody that would like to host their event online like this, let us know. Give us a call or email info@jockjive.com. That is where you get all the information from. Email us, info@jockjive.com. Tell us the event, the dates, what it is. Basically about the only thing you really need is a very good internet connection. We can help you get that sorted out. Here's the ball ripped into right field for a base hit. Any age level, from youth, high school, college, semi-pro, adult, doesn't matter.
Starting for South Carolina.
And we cover all the sports. We've done everything from baseball to hockey to wrestling, basketball, you name it, I've probably covered. The only thing I haven't done yet is lacrosse. Popped up and drops foul as it rolls off the third base line. So if you got something that you feel would be useful, middle school, high school, or maybe a team in your state that doesn't get any kind of broadcast coverage from local radio or TV, holler at us. We'll be happy to set up a proposal and put together a plan that's affordable for you. Ground ball down the third base line again and rolls foul. So Murray trying to get himself on board and move the runner Blight down to second. South Carolina with a 4-1 lead. We're halfway through. We're in the top of the fourth. Nobody out, a runner aboard. And a flat tire at the plate. Murray takes care of that, gets ready to go again. Coach kind of threw one in the dirt there. Shout out, let's go Murray. Swung on ground ball, past the shortstop into the short center field. They'll flip it to second for the relay. Gets through though, so they'll get nobody. So a single moves the runner up to second. Murray with a single, 2 runners aboard and no outs for South Carolina. It'll be up to Kuiper now. Hit a ball to the shortstop last time. Pop straight up in the infield, now out to the grass, now coming into the infield, making the catch. Boy, second baseman just about got his head taken off there, making that catch.
South Carolina, number 8, Chandler Guthrie.
Wynn really held that ball up in the air, and he had to come more than a few feet to get to that ball in the infield. He started out in the grass. Here's Guthrie. Ground ball knocked past the shortstop into left field. They're going to wave the runner home. They will not have an opportunity, and Blight's going to score on the single by Guthrie.
Next, batting number 4, Logan Taylor.
Now 5-1. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Here's Taylor. Lines it into right center field on the hop. The throw to second, not in time. Waving the runner at third. And the kid at second challenged him. Nicely done there by Guthrie. Acting like he was going to go, and he didn't. Murray scores.
Batting for South Carolina, number 13, James Petrovic.
So Guthrie pulled the shortstop away from making his throw. 6-1 South Carolina. Popped up and off the fence. No play. Petrovic with a single. A run scored his first time up. That's what they started last inning. It was Taylor that started the singles. 6 of them and 4 runs plated. This time 4 singles and 2 runs have plated. Fouled off. 2 runners still aboard. And now a 6-1 lead here in the 4th. South Carolina trying to move on in this bracket, get to the championship bracket tomorrow. Again, as I mentioned, in that bracket, they will play Tennessee at 4 p.m.
Batting number 3, Cy Strobel.
Popped out and now 2 down. Strobel fouls this one off. Young man's had a pretty good day at the plate. 2 for 2. Singles, both. Scored a run and an RBI. Opportunity with 2 more on board. And the coach has got to feel much better about his team plating some runs this time. Inside pitch off the handle, off the shortstop's glove. Rounding third, being waved home. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Down to third and down to second goes Strobel.
Batting for South Carolina, number 6, Graham Coleman.
Guthrie scores. Taylor's down at third. Second and third, 7-1 ball game. Here's Coleman now. Single and a run scored. Slaps one into right field. Gets past the right fielder. He's rounding first, headed for 2. 2 runs across the plate. Coleman going to try to stretch it into 3, and he'll get in there. Single, E9. He's down at third. 2 runs score. And boy, South Carolina has broken this one open big time. 9-1. We're in the 4th inning. Remember, there is a 10-run rule. Grounded towards first. Grabbed by the first baseman. Hung on to for the out. They put up 5, though, in the inning. Now lead at 9-1. Going to the bottom of the 4th. We'll come back in just a little bit.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Welcome back, everybody, and we go into the bottom of the 4th. 9-1 lead now. South Carolina plates 5 runs, and Moore comes to the plate.
Batting for Arkansas, number 24, Shannon Moore.
Shannon got on by an error by the third baseman the first time. So South Carolina trying to move this one along quickly and get it done. They lead it 9-1. Little pop fly right to the shortstop. Ball will be caught on the line. And it'll be out number 1. 1 up, 1 away. Again, the Pool 2 winner was Mississippi. Pool 4 winner was Tennessee. Now we're trying to get the 2 runners up, and South Carolina making a bid on this one right now. Ramsey at the plate. Slow roller to the mound. Picked up, fielded cleanly, throw to first in time for the out. First baseman's got to be a little careful there coming off that bag very quickly, but held on to it long enough with the foot and the gloves, so 2 down. Here's Curtis now. Flew out to right field his first time up.
Batting for Arkansas, number 30, Colton Curtis.
Colton swings at the first one, pops this up, shallow left field, shortstop stopped. I think he thought the left fielder was going to get there. Either that or he slipped a little bit and lost it in the sun. That'll drop in for a base hit. Tough one to handle. That sun would be setting and the eyes looking over towards that way. So that may have been why the shortstop slid and stopped. Popped up right side, foul territory. Nobody can get there. Murphy is at the plate now with 2 outs and a runner at first. Murph got on courtesy of an error by the second baseman his first time up. Swing and a miss. Swung on, line down the right side, but it'll go foul. Just a little late with that swing is Murphy. (9-1) here in the bottom of the 4th. Arkansas in trouble. There's a line shot into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Runners now will be at the corners, first and third, as Curtis continues around the bag and goes all the way to third. So back-to-back singles put runners on the corner. 2 down. Mulvaney. Straight up onto the netting here. Mulvaney. Fielder's choice first time up. Strike against him. 2 aboard, 2 down. 9-1 game. Tomahawked it. Got it over to the third baseman's head into left field. That'll get him a run. And runners at first and second. It's now 9-2. So 3 singles. Plate's a run for Arkansas. Here's Hawkins. Flew out to left field.
Batting for Arkansas, number 35.
7-run lead right now for South Carolina. No lead safe, though, in these type of games, that's for sure. Out of play. And the count will go 0-2. One more game after this one. Ground ball, slowly rolling, and it'll go foul down the third base line. And that last game of the night, Georgia and Cleveland will play for the opportunity to go either to the championship bracket or the consolation round. Fifth pitch right here. Swung on, fouled off, and Hawkins will stay in the box. Ground ball towards third. Shortstop will grab, throw it to second, and get the out. Nice play by the shortstop, backing up third base. Really tried hard to go after that, but didn't get there. But the out recorded on the fielder's choice. They do pick up the run, though. We've completed 4. Top of the 5th coming up. It's a 5-2 lead right now in favor of South Carolina. Or 9-2 lead, sorry. as Arkansas picks up a run there in the fourth. Again, for those of you that are just in need of sports fix on a daily basis, 24/7, whether it's live or archived, you can get it now on JockJive.com. That's right. We have multiple channels with multiple different sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition out there. There's the ACCC, the GCAA, Georgia Military's got a channel, DYB's got a channel, Dixie Baseball has a channel, Georgia Highlands Softball has channels. There's the Press Box, that's my channel, and a whole lot more. Check it out, JockJive.com. Hopped up and caught. Oh, it's a fair ball, and the runner continues to go. And Milvani and his catcher run into each other, and it's going to be an error on the pitcher. And Bowers is going to go down to second base for South Carolina. Again, the communication not very good there. Line shot goes out to second, tries to make a whack at it. Misses, it goes through for base hit, and the runner continues around third. He'll slide into home safely. Bowers will score on the base hit.
Batting for South Carolina, number 7, John Parker Brewer.
10-2. No outs. And like I said earlier, that 10-run rule could apply here in the fifth. Arkansas would get to bat, depending on what South Carolina does, but the 10th run is at the plate right now, and there's nobody out. And a runner at first. Pop fly, shallow on the infield, backing up, shortstop, grabs it, throws over to first, threw it away. Those are the kinds of things you don't want to do when you're up. Slides under the tag safely and gets down his Price. Great catch, tries to double up and allows the runner to go to second. One out, runner at second. Blight, single and scored a run his last time up. 2 for 2 today in this game. Ground ball towards the right side. First baseman unassisted, bobbled it. Runners on the corners now, first and third. Error on the first baseman, first and third.
Batting for South Carolina, number 1, Josh Murray.
Here's Josh Murray with a big opportunity here. Runners at first and third. Little pop fly into left field. It'll bounce. Runner from third's going to go. The other one will advance. Murray picks up another RBI. Another run scores for South Carolina. Down to second goes Blight. 11-2. One more run to give that 10 runs. And then Arkansas would have to score in their half of the fifth inning. Foul ball on Kuiper. Kuiper pop fly to second. And a ground ball unassisted to the shortstop today. 2 aboard, 1 out. Ground ball towards short, off the glove, and it pops into the lip. He's going to round his player at third. He's going to send him home. He's going to hold up the other runner. Blight's going to score that 12th run.
Batting for South Carolina, number 8, Chandler Guthrie.
That ball just got off the glove of the shortstop, unfortunately, and rolled into left. There's the 10 runs right there. Now Guthrie at the plate, still only 1 out, 2 runners aboard. Swings and fouls it off. Now all the pressure is on Arkansas. Not only do you got to get out of the inning, but then you've got to score in the fifth if you want to play on. Otherwise, game over. There's a one-hopper to second base. Flips it to first. Safe. Didn't get him there in time. Had a little trouble getting the handle and getting it out of the glove. Bases loaded.
Number 4, Logan Taylor.
First, second, and third. 12-2 game. 1 out. Taylor, 2 for 2. 2 runs scored today. South Carolina team really showing up big in this game. towards right field. Second baseman into the grass, grabs it, throws to first, gets the one out. They'll give up the run. So a sacrifice for Taylor, picks up an RBI out of the deal. Second and third now, 13-2.
Batting for South Carolina, number 13, Gage Petrovich.
2 down. Petrovich, single, and a pop-up his last time. Grounded towards second again. Couple of hops. Bobbled. Can't find the handle. Run scores. Another run scores. Kuiper and Guthrie around the base paths. They just keep running.
Batting for South Carolina, number 3, Sash Strobel.
Runner at first. 15-2. High chopper over short into left field. Single for Strobel. First and second now. 10 guys again in the order have gone to the plate here in the inning.
For South Carolina, number 6, Graham Coleman.
Coleman two for two today, and fielder's choice. Ground ball to short. Flip to second. Did he get there in time? No, he did not. Second baseman late getting there. Fielder's choice loads the bases. Time being called by the coach of Arkansas as he's watching his team deteriorate right in front of him. Boy, this was not the inning that they wanted. This is happening, folks, with 2 outs. They've already plated 6 in the inning. They now lead it by 13. And if Arkansas can get the third out, they'll need to plate 4 in the bottom of the 5th to play on. Umpire walks out to break up the conference. Says, let's get the game going.
Batting next for South Carolina is number 12, Christian Spivey.
Georgia and Cleveland, Mississippi coming up in about 35 minutes. Here's the 12th man in the order, Spivey. Ground ball to first, racing over to the bag, then finally get that third out. But not before South Carolina does big damage with 6 runs. And they lead at 15-2. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Arkansas has a lot of work cut out for them. They find themselves down by 13 to stay and play the 6th inning. They'll have to score 4. Stay tuned. So Arkansas gets ready to come to the plate with Sivia.
Number 21, Cole Sivia.
Cole Sivia now to the plate. Cole's popped out to first base, first time up. Waiting for balls to be thrown in, I guess. And fixing a flat tire. Let's go South Carolina, boys. This is who we are, and nerves are out. I love my number 1. That would be Murray. Sivia trying to do something here for Arkansas. Like I said, they need to get some base runners. They've got to plate 4 if they want to play 6. Things don't look so promising at the moment, that's for sure. Right now, it looks like South Carolina will take on Tennessee at 4 o'clock if it stands tomorrow. Arkansas would get into the consolation bracket. Oh, line shot just over the glove of second base. Throw to first from the outfield, and he got him. From right center field, just, boy, Sibia, you got to be going. And the coach is calling, saying the tag is outside the bag. Now the two umpires are going to come together. So before we make the call, nope, they're saying he's out still. So that's going to record as 9-3 in your book for the first out. I just don't think he had the hustle going down there as much as he should have. But again, when they play, you play 10, so they play 4 fielders, and they are pretty shallow, so it's not a deep throw or anything like that from the outfield. And nice little toss in, and they got him. 1 down, Simmons.
Batting for Arkansas, number 20, Tanner Simmons.
So Tanner with a 1 out, trying to get himself on. Little grounder to first, unassisted. He'll tag the bag, 2 down. And they're 1 out away from advancing, and Arkansas 1 out away from moving to the consolation brackets. Grounded foul down the third base line on the first swing by Rigsby.
Arkansas, number 16, Austin Rigsby.
You know, the Arkansas team just couldn't find a way to get runners aboard and get runs played, and South Carolina just broke it open early and never stopped. Remember, this is the Arkansas team that plated just 3 runs in their first game. It took them all the way to the end to get those last 2. They did have a chance to possibly go on and win that game, but like I said, with 2 outs, coach got maybe a little greedy and tried to advance that runner to get another run at home and slid into the 3rd out. Ground ball to third should be the ball game, and it is. And that's going to do it. South Carolina is going to move on by winning this one by a final of 15-2. And that is a final. Congratulations to South Carolina. They move on now to the Pool 2 runner-up position. They'll play tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on Field 4 against Tennessee. We'll have that game for you. So, again, thanks for the shout-outs. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We'll be back in just a little bit. One more game yet to go at about 35 minutes. And again, it'll be another one just like this one. It'll be Georgia and Cleveland, Mississippi, battling for a chance to see who moves on to the championship bracket and who moves on to the consolation bracket. I'm Chuck Sebastian. You're watching and listening on JockJive.com.